Welcome back, everyone, to Crystalline. We're about to get into some more of this game. Very exciting, I suppose. Anyway, we are now up to 2 women and 2 men, so this is going well. Yeah, so let's see how this goes. Zach and I awaken at dawn and silently go about preparing for the day. So my microphone is being dumb, and I don't want it to be dumb. Zach and I awaken at... Okay, I saw that. As I grab a few items off of my bed, I look over at Zach, who's fiddling with his gun. Aren't there multiple of them? That guy sure gives his discharger a lot of attention. Morning. He glances up and nods.
I'm heading down. Meet me there when you're ready.
Right on, sure. Zach shoulders his pack and leaves. I really call it a pack. Ugh. This is probably the quietest morning I've had so far. It's a little strange. I pack up the last of my things and follow Zach downstairs where I find him waiting alone. Where are Leanna and Amelia? He shrugs.
Still getting ready, I guess.
Okay. That's unusual. Leanna is generally the first one up. And we wait. Oh, they're probably having their little girl time. We wait a couple more minutes before the girls finally show up, carrying the pango with them. Amelia smiles widely at the pango, who grins back. These two seem to be a good mood. These two seem to be in a good mood. Leanna, on the other hand, looks exhausted. Let's be nice. Let's not assume anything. Good morning. Leanna smiles.
Morning.
The pango wobbles in Amelia's arms as she nods her greeting.
We should move on so we don't lose any daylight.
Right on, dude. Zach looks over at Amelia, who rummages through her bag. Eventually, she pulls out a map. I glance at the carefully detailed mountains and rivers. Suddenly, I'm missing my GPS. If that ain't a mood.
We will proceed eastward through the forest adjacent to Bazada.
Ooh,
From there,
forests.
we will travel northbound towards the Sonoa Mountains.
Okay. Her finger scrolls across the different locations.
Assuming there are no divergences in the course, we should arrive in Embermyst by midday. Any inquiries?
Jesus Christ. Midday? We're going through like forests and mountains and we're gonna get there by the middle of the day? Jesus Christ. Amelia folds the map and glances at the rest of us. We all look at each other.
Then let us begin our journey.
Right on. She leads the way out of the inn and through the streets of Bazada. So basically she has this map to Embermyst. Couldn't we have just stolen it off of her and we would have been fine? I mean, granted, we probably couldn't have stolen it off her because it seems like she's a mind reader, but it's fine. A mind reader. Didn't pronounce the D there, or enunciate it, sorry. Even this early in the morning, the marketplace is still bustling with people. That's really unfortunate. Carefully traversing the streets and alleys, the crowd begins to thin as we reach the city borders. Amelia consults her map, then continues out of the city. Without the high cover of the stalls, I blink at the clear blue sky. In the distance, I can see the dark leafy cover of trees. That must be where we're going. Once we reach the forest, I'm surprised by how much shade the leaves provide. Whoa, this is cool. The branches are strong and the leaves are thick, exposing pockets of sunshine. Amelia keeps the map on hand as there are no trails. Aside from a few other stragglers exploring the woods, I can hear the scurry of woodland animals. With so much cover and so few people, this would be the perfect opportunity for a bandit ambush. Yeah. I look towards Zach and Leanna, who both seem unconcerned. I suppose it wouldn't make sense for bandits to hide out in a forest which is mostly devoid of people. We aren't carrying any cargo either, so there's even less of a reason to attack us. The deeper we travel into the woods, the thicker the canopy of leaves become, nearly blocking out all the sunlight. All of a sudden, it's very quiet, and I am scared. Flip my hair. It's fine. All the other people have long gone, and even the rustle of bushes have become quiet. And the pango is rightfully terrified. I am scared. The pango nestles even deeper into Amelia's arms. Leanna shivers and wraps her arms around herself in a hug. Oh. That was weird. Let's not start that way. You don't need to do that, sweetheart. I'm right here. Thanks for noticing. I'm so lonely. I have no friends. And also, I hate myself. Check on her just to make sure. You okay? She seems startled and drops her arms, trying to act normal.
I'm fine.
I know exactly what "I'm fine" means in Earth English. I don't want to be like that. But I kind of want to, like, make sure she's not awful and hurting or whatever, but, you know, I don't want to be, like, make her mad or anything. Let's just keep it for this once, if you say so. Alright, just checking. She smiles. She had to make sure. If it happens again, though, now there's a problem. The force continues to block out even more light. Soon it becomes so dark that we can barely see what's in front of us. It's just fading out. Oh no, okay.
Are you sure we're going the right way?
No. Amelia pulls out a torch in her bag and out of her bag in response. She touches her fingers to the tip of the torch and her bracelet glows. She's a fire magician? Then the torch erupts into flames. Are you gonna burn the whole forest down?
Indeed. There is
Whoa.
no need for alarm. The darkness merely indicates we're about to enter the Forest of Sorrows.
That's terrifying. That's fine though, it's okay.
Forest of Sorrows?
She doesn't like that. I'm surprised by Leanna's outburst. Her face is deathly pale.
Do we have to go through here? There must be an alternate route.
Amelia shakes her head.
Embermyst can only be accessed through these woods.
It's like a trial or tribulation. I'll move my pop filter down. This seems like the perfect time for some snuggling, if you ask me, but what do I know? Leanna groans.
I had a feeling you'd say that.
So what's up with the Forest of Sorrows? I mean, it sounds spooky enough, but is it really that bad?
It is rumored that those who venture into the Forest of Sorrows never come out.
Right on! That's what I'm talking about. Shit, dude. Yes! Fuck yeah, I'm trying to fucking die. They never come out? So wait, so the rumor is, oh yeah, so like these, okay, I mean, I guess this is fine. It's fine. It doesn't matter. She nods.
The reason people are unable to escape is because they hear the voices of the loved ones they have lost. They fruitlessly search for their loved ones, losing their way, chasing the wailing of the spectrals.
No! Amelia, stop!
Okay, but since you have no emotions, then we're fine. We'll just drag her along. We'll live.
We can travel through this stupid place if we have to, but no more of this story stuff that isn't true and can't be true, so it's not true.
I'm starting to worry about you a little bit, sweetheart. I think her past is a little bit darker than I originally imagined. Although Leanna tries to put on a brave front, her voice grows shriller the longer she talks. Yeah, I mean, that was solid logic. I guess. Right. Amelia nods.
Then let us continue.
I turn to Zach. Do you think all this stuff about the Forest of Sorrows is possible?
It doesn't matter if I think it's possible, because it's the truth.
Oh, what a guy. Oh, that's so good.
Zach! Stop!
As Leanna turns away, Zach cracks a fleeting smile before resuming his stony stare. What a guy. Trying to pull pranks and shit. What a guy. Oh, I love it. The trees have now lost their cozy feel completely and look thick, old, and withered. Thick with two C's, though. The eerie silence is deafening, and each crunch of leaves beneath our feet reminds me of the inevitability of death and decay. Oh my god, holy crap, this just got real right now. Literally every step I take, wow, I'm really in this bitch, I'm really gonna die. I keep seeing flashes of beady eyes peering amid the branches. The squawk of crows pierces the silence, making me jump. Instinctively, I pick up the pace, as does everyone else. Leanna grows increasingly agitated.
Are you sure we're going the right way? I swear that I've seen that.
A cold gust of wind extinguishes the torch, and now we cannot see. Oh my god, the whole screen just shook. Aww. This is good. This is good. I like this. She's so freaking scared. I like how you can't see my face, though. I do have rather athletic-looking arms, though, so I guess that's a positive. This is fine. Leanna latches onto my arm and pulls it close to her chest. Her eyes are squeezed shut and she buries her face against me. The light returns as Amelia relights the torch. So she's a fire mage. The more you know. Leanna peeps an eye-opening and glances down at my arm. And where it rests on her... I don't see there's not a problem with this. This is fine. Her cheeks burn hot as the torch as she quickly drops my arm.
Sorry,
She trails off as her blush deepens. I bet her nerves from the forest and the awkwardness of grabbing me is making her flustered. She might be more comfortable holding on to me, but that's an equally awkward suggestion. It's only awkward if you make it awkward, you dumb bitch. I can totally go for it, which is, I think, a little bit too much. Maybe. She is scared. I think... We should ask her permission first. I think I like that idea. You can hold on if you want. Leanna almost seems grateful for the offer, but then notices Zach and Amelia.
No, it's okay. The light going out just caught me off guard.
Are you sure? She nods. Okay. See, I think this would have been the result regardless of the decision. Because I think pulling her in, especially given that, would have been too awkward, too much, and you know, staying true to me. You know, Zach waits impatiently a few paces ahead of us.
Can we move on?
I mean, you turned off like 2 prostitutes, and you did pretty well, buddy. I'll give you that much.
Affirmative.
We all hurry to catch up with Zach and continue through the forest. You know, that was fine. She's so cute. I love her so much. No wonder people get lost. This place feels like it's endless. Gradually, the darkness fades away as the trees are illuminated by an ethereal glow. As the blue and green light chases away the shadows, my mood begins to lift. Yeah, just given, I think that would have gone poorly, but it may have gone well, but also I don't know, because, you know, I think meeting in between so far has been the right call. Just, you know, there are certain things that she likes to remember, or that the game also likes to remember, so, anyway. The trees still look ancient, but full of wisdom and secrets instead of bad omens. Sorry, my apologies. Mapengo squirms wildly in Amelia's arm, singular. He wriggles free, and hops around in glee. As he hops, he opens his mouth wide, but loses his balance, and blinks as he falls on his head. I'm sorry, but how does a ball, like a gelatinous blob, have balance? It's a ball, a blob. It didn't... After a few more confused seconds, he shakes himself and tries again. There must be a lot of magic in here.
We have made it through the Forest of Sorrows.
Leanna sighs in relief.
Finally.
So Embermyst is close.
The natural concentration of crystal energy would indicate we are on the correct path.
Ah, the crystals must be what the blue and green glow is from.
What do you mean, on the correct path? Haven't you traveled here before?
Amelia shakes her head.
No, this is my first journey.
You mean you had us travel through the Forest of Sorrows without knowing for sure that it would lead us to Embermyst?
That is correct.
Well done. Leanna gapes at Amelia.
Well, we did make it through. And if we do reach Embermyst, then she would have delivered on her promise.
Zach nods at Amelia, who looks curiously at him. While deep in thought, it looks like she's reworking a previous analysis of him, then she nods back. Leanna opens her mouth to argue, but stops.
I suppose it doesn't matter now that we're almost there.
On that conclusion, let us continue.
We trail by... I'm trying to shrug it off right now, but her, just the way that she speaks is starting to get on my nerves. We trail behind Amelia, the pango blissfully hopping along as she navigates us out of the rest of the forest. Ooh, froze. Embermyst lies just beyond the edge of the forest, and soon we approach the heavy gates of the city. Wait a second. This is so underwhelming. Wait, like... Is it me, but does this look like Lava Ridge Town from Pokemon Hard Gold? Or sorry, Pokemon Ruby and Sapphire. I'm retarded. Oh my god, okay. It looks a little bit like that. Is it lava? I already forgot what town I just said. But also, so here we go. It's the hidden city. No one knows where it is. People believe it doesn't exist, and yet we literally just went through this forest. It took us like a few hours to get there from like a major city. And here we are. This is extremely underwhelming. Okay, anyway. 2 tanned men with leather armor and carved wooden staves inlaid with rough crystals stand guard. Their staves are crossed, and the light seems to shimmer as it catches the negative space between the staves. Is that some kind of magic?
Please state your business.
As students from the Mage Academy, we seek an audience with Elder Isim.
They look us over and I shift uncomfortably under their gaze. Their blank eyes seem to burrow deep into my soul. They close their eyes and the red crystals inlaid their staves glow. The translucent glimmers increase. After a few minutes, they reopen their eyes and remain silent. I glance at Leanna, who looks back at me. I whisper, "Are they going to let us in?" She shakes her head uncertainly. Zach crosses his arms, but otherwise doesn't seem bothered by the situation. Amelia stands confidently and waits patiently. I guess things are going to according to her plan. Just when I can no longer bear the silence, a figure steps out from behind the gates. He's an old, squirrely man with a set of glasses which slip down his hooked nose. He wears a faded and wrinkled open robe, without a punctuation.
Elder Isim.
Yes? Who is it?
Oh, look at him!
I am Amelia Estelle from the Mage Academy, and these are my associates.
The Mage Academy, you say?
He adjusts the glasses on his nose and peers at Amelia.
Yes. Yes.
One by one, he peers at the rest of us. He barely glances at Zach, but looks at Leanna with interest when he recognizes her guild emblem. Finally, his gaze lingers on me, almost as if trying to place me, but can't.
Well, come on in then. No point in standing around.
The guards break away as he beckons us in, and the translucent shimmers disappear. After we pass through the gates, I look back right before the gates close and see the guards resume their original position. Elder Isim shuffles along the dirt path and leads us through the quaint village. The villagers tend to wear plain, loose-fitting tunics. Aside from the guards, most people don't carry weapons, although many of them do wear simple bracelets embedded with crystals. This is whack. I'm so confused. Not really, but like, what is happening? How does Amelia, like, is this the guy that spent his life to that one theory that may not even be a thing? Okay, whatever. How did she know about him? How did she know, like, I don't understand this. And how did she know, like, who the current elder was? I am questioning that. We arrive at a strangely architecturally stable clay hut. As we enter, I covertly touch the walls. Whoa, cool. It reminds me of unglazed ceramic tiles. We settle down on wide cushions on the floor.
How were you able to find this place?
Through you.
Amelia pulls out a worn tome. Where has she been keeping that this whole time?
My old research. I thought I'd lost this.
As Elder Isim carefully turns the pages of the tome, Leanna clears her throat.
We were told you can help us.
By whom?
Professor Xavier.
Elder Isim lets out a loud laugh.
Xavier is a professor now. Good for him. I've been out of touch with Haven God and Lumia for many years. I'm not sure how I can help.
Here we go. Leanna fills him in on all that's happened so far, beginning with the spiked energy readings and ending with Professor Xavier's advice. She keeps the story simple and straight to the point, carefully eliminating the fact that I am not from this world. Elder Isim listens thoughtfully, but grows more excited the longer Leanna talks.
The temporal rifts. It's been so long since I really researched them. I'm afraid I've been rather distracted.
Yeah, those are just... Oh, okay. Looking good.
Still, someone is here hoping to discuss these theories, and I'm more than happy to talk about them.
Wow, what a guy. He claps his hands excitedly.
Where should we start?
As I'm about to answer, a deep rumble beneath the earth stops me. What was that?
Oh, just the volcano. Nothing
Oh,
to worry about.
it's a volcano. It's maybe going to erupt and kill us all. That's what they said about Pompeii. Rest in peace, us. I don't think I should... I think I'm gonna keep that out of the picture right now. Let's trust the guy. Okay. Elder Isem's demeanor remains relaxed. If something bad were to happen, he wouldn't be acting this way, right? I exchange glances with the rest of my group. Leanna looks perturbed, while Amelia and Zax both stay on alert. At least I'm not the only one who's uneasy.
There's no need to look so concerned. The volcano will not erupt. This is the first sign of activity it has shown in thousands of years.
Isn't that concerning?
Perhaps if it were any other volcano, but this particular volcano is in the domain of a fire elemental who protects us all.
Okay.
This fire elemental of which you speak, are you referencing the ancients?
Precisely.
Zack crosses his arms.
The ancients are only a story.
They are the elements
blah.
of Asaria.
Who are the
The
ancients?
magic which we have learned to manipulate are the gifts left behind from the ancients.
Okay.
That's how the legend goes.
You are mistaken. They are not a legend.
Leanna looks uncertain while Zack scowls.
You still believe in those stories?
I believe in the research, and Elder Ism has accumulated plenty of it.
Then where have the elementals been all this time?
We all return our focus to the Elder.
I suppose I do have a few theories on that as well. But the elements are a lot trickier than temporal rifts.
Okay. How does that make sense? Like, okay. So studying the elements are a lot more... Oh, I don't know the properties of the ground, but I sure can tell you about the tears between time and space. Oh, I am genius.
The story of the ancients is so old it predates our understanding of crystals and spheres. That's why most societies have forgotten about them and brushed them off as a legend. The people in this village, though, have not forgotten. When I arrived, I was purely focused on finding the fire temple for research purposes.
Oh, hell yeah. We're gonna go into the fire temple and kick some ass.
But the longer I stayed, the more my focus strayed from the temporal rifts to the ancients themselves. If you believe that the cause of those random energy spikes are the result of temporal rifts, perhaps that is the link to the return of the elementals to Asaria.
This is all of a sudden devolved into some crazy story in which I am not involved. I'm trying to get back to New York. This is insane. So what does that mean exactly? He shakes his head.
It's hard to say. We don't know why they left in the first place. My guess is that something was keeping them occupied in the spirit world. Perhaps whatever that is was set free by the rifts.
Okay. On to Elder Isem's every word, Leanna absentmindedly fiddles with her manipulator deep in thought. Only Zack seems skeptical of this conversation. This sounds really complicated and not something that can be solved in a few hours. We need to get back on track. How do I get home? To get back to the original topic on hand, Elder Isem nods.
The temporal rifts, yes.
How would one go about creating a rift?
Well, that will be difficult. You'll need an incredible amount of energy. More than any one human can create. The only places with that much concentration of energy is in the temples of the elementals.
Yes! I'm gonna fucking get that fire. Shit, fuck you. You said there was one in the village.
Yes, the fire temple is here in Embermyst.
Oh, this is so fucking cool. Great! My body grows warm as hope floods through... This is incredibly naive. As hope flows through my veins, this is good. I finally have a way home.
To be more precise, it's on the outskirts of the village, built on the side of the volcano, but it's not a far walk.
Then that's where we need to go.
Leanna pushes herself to her feet, and the rest of us do the same. As Elder Isom rises, his face falls.
Leaving so soon? I was hoping we'd have a longer chance to chat. I have so many questions about Illumia and the Academy. As you can imagine, one does not get a lot of news of the outside world here.
Perhaps upon our return.
Ah, yes, of course. Well, you best be on your way then.
Elder Isom, it was truly an honor to meet you.
Amelia's cheeks flush as Elder Isom grins. She must really respect him. In that moment, I realize just how small and dainty she looks. I sometimes forget how young she is compared to the rest of us. We all say our goodbyes and then exit the hut.